Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 225 of Tech It Out. Hope you're having a great day so far. We're inching towards the holidays, so whatever you're doing later this month, or nothing at all, maybe it's a staycation, I hope it's a good break for you and a healthy one. And hopefully you'll get some R&R after a tough year for many. Well, this week's Tech It Out show is sort of divided into two themes. On one hand, we're going to talk with a couple of tech experts for their Gadget gift picks for the holidays. Mario Armstrong and Carley Knobloch are both standing by for this week's show. We're also going to talk business this hour. I know there are a lot of folks who tune in that run a company, and no doubt cybersecurity is a big topic that can't be ignored. And we're going to chat about having an effective operational resilience strategy with Stephen Boyer, co-founder and CTO of BitSight, which offers the most widely adopted security rating solution for companies. And we're also going to be joined by the VP and GM of Risk at ServiceNow when we talk with Vasant Balasubramanian on that same call. So a diversified Tech It Out show for you today, which I like, actually. Something for shoppers, for consumers with high-tech gift ideas, and something for business as we mark the start of a fresh new year around the corner and what you need to know about cybersecurity threats and how to best mitigate them for your company. So lots on this week's Tech It Out. If you're on social media, drop by and say hi. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. It's Mark Saltzman. Mark with a C, Saltzman. And if you want to follow me on any of those platforms, I write a tech tip of the day. I link to articles that I write for USA Today and Costco Connection Magazine, AARP, and others. I link to the Tech It Out podcast, to individual interviews. There's giveaways, lots more. So feel free to follow me on any of those platforms. But a busy show for you. All of this and more on an all-new Tech It Out powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible, which I'll tell you more about shortly. But let's officially kick off the show with our first interview, our first of a few gift guides. Yep, only a couple of weeks left to Christmas. Are you still scouring the store shelves and searching online for that elusive perfect gift? Well, lucky for you, we have tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch with us with a few of her holiday gadget gift picks to fit almost anyone on your gift list. Hey Carley, happy holidays. Great to chat with you again.
Hey, Mark. Happy holidays to you, too. I'm psyched to be back on your show, and I've partnered with some amazing brands to help you finish off that gift list and get everything that you need.
All right. Awesome. So let's jump right in. We're obviously going to be indulging quite a bit over the holidays, eating and drinking. How about a gift that can help us improve our health and wellness? Let's just say early 2022, but we'll put it as a gift tip for now, but maybe not worry so much about it until after Christmas.
We won't unbox it until January. How's that?
Sure, sounds good.
I'm loving this new health tracker from Amazon. It's called the Halo View, and it's all your Halo health metrics at a glance thanks to its vibrant color display. So it's got a display on it now, unlike the original Halos, and it's really beautiful. You can see activity, sleep scores, blood oxygen levels, and live workout tracking. It also comes bundled with a full year of Halo membership, which gives you lots of personalized recommendations and access to Halo Fitness, which is hundreds of studio-quality workouts from industry experts. And for a limited time, you can pre-order the Halo View for $49.99, which comes bundled with a full year of Halo membership, like I said, which is normally priced at $79.99. So it's great value, and it looks really cute. I'm wearing one right now, and it's very sleek and has everything you need right at a glance.
All right. Awesome. I haven't seen the one that has a screen, because I remember the first one did not. You had to use the app on a smartphone in order to access your fitness and health data. So that's cool that they're giving you that option now. And at $49, that's certainly lower than most other activity trackers on the market. All right. So that's the Amazon Halo View. How about a couple of picks for your home to make it a smarter one?
Yes, I love this for home entertainment. Vizio's latest TVs and soundbars The TVs start at 43 inches and go up to 75, so lots of room for your games, your movies, and binge watching all those TV shows. Vizio's M-Series SmartCast TVs have spectacular color and provide access to hundreds of free channels through their Watch Free Plus service, as well as all your favorite streaming apps like Netflix, YouTube TV, and HBO Max. I love that they offer all this incredible content for free, though, in addition to some of these, the apps that are more paid services. And then you connect it to a Vizio soundbar, and you basically have like a home theater system ready to roll in your home. And so the TVs start at $499 this holiday season, and the soundbars start at $149 with holiday savings as low as $109. And you can find the entire collection at most major retailers, including Best Buy. So look out for those deals. But they're just they're just beautiful. I've got one here in the studio with me. It's big, it's bright. And again, with all that free content that they offer, you don't need to start even, adding up all those subscription services. There's lots to watch.
Yeah, the M-Series TVs are really great from Vizio. I know they've won a bunch of awards as well. How about when it comes to monitoring your home's temperature or maybe a camera or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. You can get a little peace of mind during the holidays with the ecobee Smart Camera, part of the ecobee system, which, like you said, has a thermostat among other smart home devices. But this is the Smart Camera with voice control. It lets you check in on home from anywhere, of course, thanks to the ecobee app. It's got 1080p video and a built-in speaker and microphone, so you can see, hear, and even talk to whoever is in the room. I like to say hi to my dogs when I'm not home and let them know that I'm on the way with Bones. It works with Apple HomeKit and Amazon Alexa, and when you add the Smart Security feature, you get 24/7 professional home monitoring at a DIY price. It's great. The Smart Camera right now is $20 off at just $79.99, and you can find it at ecobee.com.
Good Toronto-based company.
Yes, representing.
There you go. Got to represent. We are chatting with tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch with some last-minute gadget gift ideas. Not too last-minute. Why don't we end off with a gift for the kids and something that you think is also trending this season?
Yes, I love this. So this is so cute for the 3 and up set. It's the enchanted and interactive Magic in Motion Hair Glow Rapunzel from Jax. She's so pretty, and you can style her hair with the included brush and flat iron, and she talks and sings as you play with her. She has over 15 phrases, and her hair glows when you brush it just like it does in Disney's Tangled, and it comes with accessories that you can use to style her hair and your child's hair, too. It's available for $59.99, and you can find it at Amazon, Target, and their website is jax.com, which is JAKKS.
Right.
.com. And then this is the best segue of the whole interview, because you can upgrade your personal cleansing routine and bring a little luxe to your bathroom experience with 2 bidet seats that I have here from Kohler.
High-tech bidets. Yeah, you know what?
Yes.
All kidding aside, I remember this was like a thing at the Consumer Electronics Show last year. Yeah.
And it's trending. People are going nuts for these. The Pure Wash seat that I have here is a DIY version that's easy to install on your existing toilet, so you don't need to rip out your toilet to enjoy this. It offers ambient water cleansing. And then the C3230 is the fancy one that offers additional high-end features for your rear end, such as a heated seat, an air drying system with adjustable temperatures. It also has a touchscreen remote to keep your bathroom pit stop very hygienic. The bidet seat, the Pure Wash DIY one, starts at $216, and then the C3230 is the luxe option with all the bells and whistles. That starts at $1581. They're both available at Kohler.com, and I'm telling you, they do not disappoint. People who have these love them.
All right, I'm not going to ask about you demoing this like you are the kid's toy, but have fun if you are, and maybe not on camera, but I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, absolutely. So for information on everything that I talked about here, you can go to techgifts.tv, and you won't see me demoing the bidet seats there. I leave that to the B-roll, but they're very attractive, and like I said, people are loving them.
And wearing your Amazon halo. I've got this whole visual going on here. All right, Carley, have an awesome day and a very happy holiday season. Thank you very much for your time. All the best.
Thanks to you too, Mark.
Speaking of the Consumer Electronics Show and bidets, I already booked an appointment with a company to see them on January 5th from the Las Vegas Convention Center that has high-tech bidets. That is a thing, I'm telling you. And I am excited to attend the 2022 CES. Barring any issues with Omicron and all that, let's hope it's all smooth sailing. I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow's tech today. That's really the premise behind that show that takes place usually in Vegas every January. This past one was a virtual one for obvious reasons, but it'll likely be a bit of a hybrid next month. So I should be there in person, and I can't wait to report to you on all the cool tech that I've seen on all the Tech It Out shows in January. And you know who also is going to be at the Consumer Electronics Show? ASUS, of course, the title sponsor on this program. Tech It Out is powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, and that includes its line of award-winning laptops and desktops, monitors, smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, and much more. They also have a gaming division called ROG, or Republic of Gamers, that's super popular. For those in search of incredible, visit asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. All right, we're going to continue chatting about tech gift ideas when we return with Mario Armstrong. Then we talk business with BitSight and ServiceNow about cybersecurity and having an effective operational resilience strategy going into 2022 to help ensure your business can navigate any cybersecurity threats. Then we're going to bookend the show with Mario Armstrong one more time to wrap up with a few more gift ideas. So stick with us, more Tech It Out coming right up after this.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out. Keeping up with the latest gadget gifts can be an overwhelming endeavor, am I right? And so we've had digital lifestyle expert and all-around great guy, Mario Armstrong, on this program a lot lately with some helpful suggestions. Time to tech the halls with us once again, Mario. And I know you've got some great gift ideas. How you doing?
Yeah, man. It's always good to talk to you around this time, too, because I know you're out there searching and informing your listeners and viewers as well as to what's going on. And we're both trying to help people out, right? And so I partnered up with some great brands, everything from smartwatches all the way over to making your own photos and collages and things at home. Lots of cool stuff to really talk about.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll get to some crafting ideas in a couple of moments. But yeah, let's start with smartwatches. Very trendy, right?
Yes, very trendy. The newest one is out with the Galaxy Watch 4 from Samsung. Their most innovative smartwatch for those who really like to stay healthy and connected on the go. I just like the fact that on my wrist, in just a matter of seconds, I can really get a general understanding of my health. I can measure all types of things like my on-demand blood oxygen level. I can see how well I was sleeping the night before. It's great for those health goals. So if any of you got 2022 goals in mind, like active or fitness goals, it's great for helping you stay on top of that and track those. You can get different wrist straps for it, a variety of colors, and of course the actual faces on the watch. Since it's digital, you can customize those digital faces.
Before we talk about some other ideas, what about tips on how to pay for gifts this holiday?
Yeah, well, PayPal to the rescue, man, because everyone's really trying to figure out what's the best way. Obviously, when you're checking out for stuff, you want to do it safely and secure. And, if you go with PayPal, you're going to get that for sure. And what's really awesome is that this holiday season, what they're doing is that they're actually enabling you to win cash prizes on any purchases that you're making when you're using PayPal, or even when you're just donating. So say you donate to a cause and you use PayPal to do that. As long as you spend $10 or more, you will be automatically entered in for a chance to win $25, $50, $250, or even $10,000 each week. And that goes all the way through to December 19th. So if you're checking out using PayPal, you're automatically being entered, and it's just another incentive. I hope somebody out there wins some good money.
We should mention, Mario, for all of these products, and we're going to get to this printer in a moment, that they can check it out at techgifts.tv. They'll get all the prices and everything as well.
Absolutely, techgifts.tv. And then we have the links there, images, video, everything that you need right there.
Okay, great. So let's move on. Any other must-have gifts on your list?
Yeah, there's a couple. I like the HP Sprocket Studio. That's a printer. We're going to talk about something for gamers, and then ultimate thing for storage for people for carrying their data with them. So I'll start first with the Sprocket Studio, which really allows you, it's a small printer, very, very small. It's not like a desktop size printer. I mean, it's really meant to print 4x6 glossy photos right from your smartphone at home. And what's great is, Mark, when they print out, they're like instantly dry, man, which is impressive to me. So they're smudge proof, water resistant. And what you do is you can download the HP Sprocket app, and that allows you to edit the photos that you have. So you can put filters on them or decorate them, put stickers, even text if you wanted to personalize them. And then when you do that, it's like, oh, well, I can make these into photo cards, or I can make these into collages or photo albums and more. So I just think they're great for birthday parties, holiday celebrations, and just someone who knows that they take a lot of pictures on their phone. I'm going to be using it this year because it's like people always say I don't share the photos from my phone. So I'm going to be like, I'm not only going to share the photos, I'm actually going to give you a photo right now after we take this Christmas tree shot.
So retro. It's funny. What's old is new again. And I think we get a kick out of the tangible, the paper photos. And I know my kids do because they didn't grow up with Polaroids and stuff like that. And very funny. All right, let's talk gaming.
Yeah, gaming, man. Look, gamers are going to love what Sonic is doing. Sonic is talking about retro and bringing things back. It's a perfect segue. They put a new spin on the classic 2010 Nintendo Wii version. Yes, I know everyone just said, did he say classic for something in 2010? Yes, I did. I said classic for 2010. The name of the game is Sonic Colors Ultimate. And you'll still do what you're normally used to doing with Sonic, which means you'll be using your lightning speed to save a captured alien race in this game called the Wisps. And you'll zoom across these challenging worlds and hazardous obstacles and all that great fun play that you're used to seeing. But the 4K visuals really pop on this. They have some great features like the rival rush mode, where it really brings in some awesome action. I just think it's a great gift for gamers because everybody, first off, loves Sonic. A lot of people in different age levels can play Sonic, and it's available on all platforms. Yeah.
Let's end off on storage.
Yeah, and storage this is a great stocking stuffer, and I'm saying that kind of being funny, but like drives. This is a data drive, which I'm getting ready to talk about, which is Kingston's pocket-sized XS2000. So as we all know, it's important as hard drives get smaller and smaller in terms of the space, or if you want to spend that money to have that, these SSD drives, known as solid state drives, are really fast and a great way to be reliable for all your storage. So whether it's videos or photos or big documents or presentations, you want to be able to carry that with you. And I just love this Kingston pocket size. I mean, it's so small, Mark. It's like nearly half the size of other drives, super fast speeds. You can save up to 2 terabytes on this, which is, close to like 150 movies for those that don't know how much you could squeeze in there. And I just think it's great for storing high-res images. It's going to be awesome for videographers, photographers, and people that just need to make sure that they have a reliable way to get to their storage, but want to take it with them while they're on the go.
And SSDs have no moving parts, unlike a hard drive, so it's less prone to damage.
True.
So it's a lot more durable. Yeah, definitely. So not just faster, but more resilient, which, just to withstand the bumps and knocks of everyday life.
Yeah, you throw it in your backpack or whatever, and it bumps around, or you drop it out of your pocket. It's rugged, like you said, water resistant, and even shockproof.
All right, Mario, we're going to chat with you again in a few moments, but in the meantime, techgifts.tv. We will later on in the program chat with Mario again for some more tech ideas. Always great to chat with you, my friend. We'll chat momentarily.
Okay, man, look forward to it. Talk soon.
All right, if you run a business, and I know many of you do, you're not going to want to miss this next interview with BitSight and ServiceNow about an operational resilience strategy tied to cybersecurity. So stick with us. We'll be right back with more Tech It Out.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. Seemingly overnight, the global pandemic has put resiliency on the agenda of virtually every company in the world. Businesses of all sizes and types have needed to change operating procedures to cope with the pandemic's risks and to adapt to virtual employees, revised logistics, and supply networks. Something became very apparent amid all of this chaos: the need for an effective operational resilience strategy. To discuss this, I want to welcome back to the program Stephen Boyer, co-founder and CTO of BitSight. We're also joined by Vasant Balasubramanian. He's VP and GM of Risk at ServiceNow. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Yeah. So, Stephen, before we dive in, please remind us what BitSight is all about.
Yeah. So BitSight is the cybersecurity ratings and analytics firm. We help our customers really manage cybersecurity risk and quantify cybersecurity risk across a variety of different applications, from third-party risk management, security performance management, cyber insurance, national cybersecurity, and investment management.
Right. Last time we had you on the show, we talked about third-party risk management, TPRM, and what BitSight's role is there. And Vasant, tell us a bit about ServiceNow.
Well, ServiceNow is an enterprise platform for digital transformation. We're a platform of platforms connecting work across the enterprise, making work easier for everyone. So that is what we do, connect the dots and make work flow better across the enterprise.
All right. So, Stephen and Vasant, in a Gartner survey released earlier in 2021, only 12% of more than, I think it was 1,500 respondents believe that their businesses were highly prepared for the impact of the pandemic, while just 2% of respondents believe their business could continue as normal as we come out of it. What do you think, firstly, about those numbers? And secondly, as you think about the possibility of Omicron and maybe another pandemic, as well as an onslaught of cyber criminal attacks, where does an operational resilience strategy come into play? How important is that? Again, let's start with you, Stephen.
So 12% seems high to me. I don't know how many organizations were truly highly prepared for the coronavirus and its duration. And I think those numbers might be a little high, which is, their business is going to be business as usual, as just about every business has had to adapt in some way or fashion. It's hard to know, and no one's really good at predicting the future, but will we have something similar to this? It's hard to know. But to be prepared in the future, you absolutely had to create a digital transformation strategy. Companies that thrived here were able to adapt and accelerate their digital adoption. McKinsey called it the Great Digital Acceleration, which is 5 years of digital transformation in just a few short months. And so to be ready for the next whatever event is going to happen, organizations are going to have to be able to respond. They're going to have to be able to adapt, which is, Gartner calls, operational resilience the ability to adapt in times of change or disruption. And I think folks that did it well are coming out well. And if you're thinking about the future, you have to be thinking about how your organization, how your enterprise is set up so you can respond.
And Vasant, from ServiceNow's vantage point, especially as it pertains to the criminal cyber attacks that we've seen heavily this year, and no doubt well into 2022, where do you see this operational resilience strategy come into play?
Operational resilience is really broad, right? So we started off talking about the digital footprint and the expanding digital footprint, more people working at a home to start with. And then we said, what that means is just so many more threat vectors, focus on people and their laptops and personal cyber attacks, losing data. So this was a wake-up moment for a lot of people to go, hey, now we're so much more digital, so much more impact from a digital cyber security point of view. Now, let's take a step back. That is a part of it. Because as soon as you took people out of the workplace, there were a whole range of things from physical security, how do you secure things that are outside the workplace? Supply chain issues, oh my God, right? This was a time where we just realized how much more reliant we are on everything in our supply chain. I mean, we just had to see Costco's run out of toilet paper. And suddenly we said, oh my God, it touches us in every part of our lives. So it wasn't just the cyber part of it, it was everything else. So from ServiceNow point of view, as we looked at it across our customer base, starting from technology to cyber, to facilities, to supply chain, employees, and how resilient employees are from a mental health point of view, from an engagement point of view, this was just everything across the board. And these are all elements of resilience. Resilience comes not just in making our technology resilient, but our people resilient and our facilities resilient and our supply chain resilient. and doing all of them not in broken up, disparate ways, but in finding ways that connect the dots across all of them, because any one of them can break them.
Holistically. Now, Stephen, one acronym we often hear when we talk about operational resilience is ESG. So that's environmental, social, and governance issues. And I think, Vasant, that's part of your title now, too, if I'm not mistaken. So these have become much more popular and top of mind for even investors and consumers alike. But this is a topic I'd argue that a lot of folks just don't know much about. Now, traditionally, when one thinks of ESG, the first thing that comes to mind is carbon emissions and carbon footprints and other environmental impacts. But can you help us understand more about ESG and what it really means as it's tied to operational resilience? And where does cyber risk management come into play here?
So it's a super broad area and topic. So we'll just kind of focus on the cyber side of it. Historically, a lot of people have considered the S and the social side when you're thinking about privacy and individuals' information getting leaked and potentially targeted for criminals. And there's part of that, which is you have to have governance for that sort of thing as you're prioritizing health and safety of individuals. But the G or governance side of the ESG is historically been reserved for board composition and those sorts of matters, where we see that governance here from a cybersecurity standpoint of creating an operationally resilient program, quantifying the risks, understanding the supply chain, making sure you have the right people in place. That's going to become more and more important for investors. And BitSight recently announced a partnership with Glass Lewis. If you don't know Glass Lewis, it's one of the largest proxy advisory firms in the world, which advises institutional investors on how to vote on board matters. And they are going to start looking at cybersecurity as a component of those proxy reports. So boards are going to be held accountable for the governance side of the business with respect to cybersecurity. And one last note here, BlackRock, which is a big financial organization, very focused here on ESG, did some research where they explored the differences between ESG indices and non-ESG versions and found that ESG tilted portfolios had outperformed their non-sustainable counterparts. So this is where there's starting to be financial implications here, where organizations that really get this right tend to have better outsized returns.
And Vasant, I'm going to ask your take on this when we return with more Tech It Out on the Radio America Network.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. We're chatting with Stephen Boyer, co-founder and chief technical officer of BitSight. And we've got Vasant Balasubramanian on the line. He's VP and GM of Risk at ServiceNow. We're talking about effective operational resilience strategy for companies as they wade through all of the cybersecurity risks that are out there today. Now, before the break, Stephen, we talked about the acronym ESG, environmental, social, and governance issues. And your answer was great, tied to cybersecurity management and how it comes into play here. But I now want to give Vasant a chance to answer as well.
Yeah. So let's look at ESG in the broad, right? As Stephen said, ESG has financial implications. Environmental, social, and governance. If you are a company that does well on these three pillars, you're just a better business, which makes perfect sense, which is why these businesses did well in the longer run. Environmental, obviously, climate, waste, recycle, circular economy, social, people, human rights, and then governance, to all those things that Stephen mentioned. It is no surprise when you go, hey, here's a company that does well, that's a good steward for the planet. This is a company that actually reuses materials, is smart about how it works with its people and its extended supply chain, and handles its customer data as well, is well governed, and is a resilient business that knows how to make sure that it isn't tripped up by the next pandemic that comes along. It's just going to be a better company. It makes perfect sense that ESG is aligned to business performance, and regulators actually, and investors are looking for it, and more regulators are looking for it. So we are seeing so much interest and excitement from customers across the board looking to connect ESG to cybersecurity, to reporting, to the investor relations everywhere across the board. Super hot area.
Vasant, in the last decade, we've been exposed not just to the pandemic, but also to other unexpected public health crises. There's been significant protests and terrorism, climate-related events. So the severe disruptive effects of COVID-19 on, for example, banks' activities have been made identifying, measuring, controlling, and monitoring operational risk at banks more important than ever before, I'd argue, with well-publicized ransomware attacks, as well with, again, cybersecurity readiness has moved from the security team to the boardroom now. So how should business leaders factor cyber risk into their decision making an operational resilience strategy?
Cyber risk is business risk.
No distinction.
No distinction, right? I mean, to operate our business, digital transformation means so much more of what we do is underpinned by technology. The broader technology footprint that you have, and frankly, in every part of our life, that means more cyber risk. There's a German law about automotive manufacturers where the number of chips and the amount of code, you have like 100 million lines of code in your cars and your trucks that are transporting logistics as well as people, and a hack in there that lets a hacker take over a fleet of cars or trucks in, say, any given country. The possibilities are endless and scary. It is no surprise that cybersecurity is such a critical aspect as we move ever more into that more technical future and technology-driven future.
Yeah, no doubt. Stephen?
Yeah, cyber risk is business risk, and so that requires an integrated strategy, right? You can't just stick it on the side and say, okay, this is our cyber risk group. It has to be fully integrated in how you think about the business, from the way the culture works to how you run your own controls to the way you think about that extended enterprise, which is the combination of you and your entire supply chain. So that board needs to make sure that not only they're thinking about how we're doing now, but how we're investing for the future. Mm-hmm. And how do we quantify those risks? And what are those trade-offs going to be, so they can really set the tone and risk tolerance at the top so that the management team can go and implement, but then report back on that progress. And so resilience is obviously dealing with what you have now, but planning for the future so you can adopt and change with the times. And that's where you have to be investing ahead, right? And that's what's going to have to come from the top, is for them to think about across the entire business. Where are our risks? Where do we see them today? And where do we want to be? How do we quantify those investments to get the ROI? And then hold the teams accountable. Certainly the investors are going to be doing that, and boards need to get there as well.
Sounds like more of a proactive rather than a reactive strategy.
Absolutely.
As we wrap up, gentlemen, clearly the pandemic has amplified the importance of ESG issues. Stakeholders want greater transparency on how organizations are managing their ESG risks and integrating them into their business strategy. Any final thoughts on moving forward as we come out of the pandemic? Any takeaways for business leaders listening to this right now?
Well, I think we shared the key points. I think is just you want to be thinking ahead here. ESG is only going to become more important, especially as a company that has investors. As investors are starting to account for that, you don't want to be left behind. Right. And so you got to be proactive here, addressing these issues and thinking about an integrated risk management approach to whatever systems you need, whatever reporting and programs, so you can get ahead of it and adapt, because who knows what's coming. All we just know is change is assured.
Vasant?
I'll say two things about ESG. One, ESG is actually about two things. First, it's about better business, and it is about doing better for the planet and for people. It's about better business, first and foremost. We'll do better business when we are smarter about our people, work better with our people, we treat our customers and their data better, and that's all about doing better business. And second, ESG is about doing better for the planet and for people and everyone all around. Makes perfect sense. So it's a great opportunity to bring two of these elements together and see the markets and regulators reward us for that. So it's a no-brainer. Better business, better for planet. Let's go do it.
All right. ServiceNow.com, BitSight.com to learn more. Stephen and Vasant, thank you so much for your time. Very insightful discussion. And I'm wishing you and yours a very happy and healthy holiday season. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
All right. We end off with more Mario Armstrong with some Gadget gift ideas when we return on Tech It Out.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
The holidays are almost here, but don't get your tinsel in a tangle. Earlier in the program, we chatted with digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong with some great gadget and gaming gift ideas, and he's back again to close off this week's show with a few other last-minute must-have holiday gifts. Hi, Mario. How you doing?
Hey, Mark. Man, I do have some other last-minute good stuff. Holidays are here, everybody. Let's go.
So why don't we start off with a computer?
Yeah, let's go with the HP Envy X360 15. It's a 15-inch. Really love this convertible laptop, which means, you can use it in multiple forms. It's a full laptop with a keyboard, but you can also use the screen as a touch screen or as a tablet. The screen folds, or it can go in what's called tent mode, which is great if you want to watch movies and things like that. And I love that the screen is like practically borderless. It's really light too, so it's great for students or people that are on the go. It's got an optional 4K OLED display if you want to get that. And well, one thing that people may want to also think about too is like, what are you going to put that laptop in? HP Renew Series laptop bag. And the reason why I like this bag so much is because it's made from 100% sustainable materials. So it's a great choice. It feels great when you're wearing it. It's fully padded, can hold all of your items that you need. But the HP Renew Series laptop bag is a great choice to have under the tree.
For pricing and to see these products in action, the website is techgifts.tv. So I hear you also have something for the home and for kids as well.
Yes, I do. And these brands that we partner with are some of the best brands that I'm excited to have partnered with for this holiday season. And two I want to bring up now is one's going to be great for the family in the home, as you said, and then I got one for the kids. So I'll start with the home first with the all-new Ring Alarm Pro. And I have a Ring Alarm, and I love it. I love being able to see live right from my phone who's at my front door. And plus it includes this one, however, the Ring Alarm Pro includes the built-in Eero Wi-Fi 6 router, which really adds this additional layer of security to your home while keeping your network up and running. And it's got new features with it, like 24/7 internet backup. So that's going to make sure that your devices, like your laptop and security cameras, stay online in case you have those internet outages. And with the optional Ring Edge, you can actually save videos if you're using select Ring cameras directly on your Ring Alarm Pro device, which is great as well to be able to have that locally stored.
Yeah, I like that because I know usually you need the Ring Protect plan.
Correct.
The cloud storage. Cool.
And then for kids, all the parents are going to want to listen up for this. Blues Clues and You Checkup Time Blue. Now, what this is, Mark, is it's basically a pretend play doctor set where kids are encouraged to learn how to really care for others while learning some healthy habits and some motor skills. They're basically taking care of Blue. So Blue is this plush doll that is dressed in a patient gown and wears a removable bandage and a mask. And you press Blue's paw, and then you're going to hear Josh guide the little kids right through the examination. And what's cool is Blue barks, her chest, cheeks, and mouth light up for different things.
Love it. Well, doctors have always been heroes, and especially these days.
That's right.
So what about some other cool tech gifts, Mario? We're chatting with Mario Armstrong. Any other ideas?
Yeah, Mark, I got two other cool things. One, is all about charging our devices. And I love the Anker 623 magnetic wireless charger. This means no messy cables are going to be all around your space with this. It charges your iPhone 13 or 12, but also your earbuds in one spot, like on one piece of equipment without any messy cables. So it looks really sleek. It's really nice. Your phone like floats in the air because it's magnetic and sticks to it. And what's cool about that charging platform is that you can attach your phone whether horizontally or vertically, and that also gives you the best angle for perfect viewing.
Got it. And what's Glowforge?
Oh, man, Glowforge is the ultimate creator device. All right. This is a iconic 3D laser printer, and it really brings to life anything that you can dream of. I mean, I'm talking like we have on set children's toys, modern art to elaborate maybe holiday and wedding decorations I've seen. It's really the perfect gift for creators and those DIYers in your life. With Glowforge, basically, you can use like your favorite photo, or you could have a hand-drawn sketch or design that you have and instantly start creating. And it also has these built-in cameras and sensors that easily show you what your design will look like before you hit print. It's a great 3D laser printer that really brings those ideas to life.
I've got a couple people in mind that would be perfect for crafty types. Again, the website, techgifts.tv, right, Mario?
Techgifts.tv. Yeah, we got the links, video, pricing, everything's right there for everybody.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in Vegas in a few weeks from now at the Consumer Electronics Show. But before then, have a happy happy and healthy Christmas. All the best to you and your family, Mario.
All the best to you and the family as well, man. Look forward to seeing you soon.
And thank you for tuning in to Tech It Out. A huge thanks to ASUS, the title sponsor on this program. Head over to asus.com/US/radio to check out all of their laptops. If you're looking to buy an ASUS laptop this holiday season, use slickdeals.net, a community of millions of deal hunters who can find the best deals on computers and accessories and all the other gear you need. And don't forget to tune into Tech It Out next weekend for more gift guides and a lot more as we head into the holiday season. All the best, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll talk soon. Ciao.